Hey, Grandpa, I gotta ask you something that's been messing with my head. Why do so many people who follow financial geniuses online or on TV end up broke or worse? Like, how is it possible that someone can look so smart and still ruin millions of lives?
Because the smartest looking person in the room is often the most dangerous. Do you know how a single so-called genius tricked the world into trusting him with over $30 billion and lost it all?
30 billion? Are you serious? Who the heck are you talking about?
Sam Bankman-Fried. In 2022, he was hailed as a crypto wunderkind. People called him the next Warren Buffett. Harvard grads, venture capitalists, even celebrities put their faith and fortunes into his hands. And almost nobody questioned it until it was too late.
Wait, I've heard that name. FTX, right? But wasn't he supposed to be some kind of math genius or something?
That's what everyone thought. It's the oldest trick in the book. Cultivate the image of a genius, and people will throw money at you just to be near the action. Sam wore t-shirts, slept on beanbags, talked philosophy. The media ate it up. Underneath, it was nothing but smoke and mirrors.
That's wild, but how did nobody see it coming? 30 billion is a number I can't even wrap my head around.
Because everyone wants to believe in the next big thing. Let me tell you about Mark, a software engineer from Seattle. In 2021, he invested his entire savings, $120,000, into FTX. He thought he was being smart, riding the crypto wave. The site looked legitimate, ads everywhere. Tom Brady on the commercials.
No way. Tom Brady? So even celebrities got fooled?
Absolutely. Tom Brady, Larry David, even major hedge funds. When you see your heroes and the so-called financial elite buying in, your brain shuts off its warning bells. You think, if they trust this guy, who am I to doubt?
That's honestly terrifying. It's like the more buzz there is, the less anyone thinks critically.
Exactly. The pressure to not miss out is stronger than the urge to ask questions. That's how Sam pulled off the illusion. He promised huge returns, talked about effective altruism, made it sound morally urgent to invest with him.
Hold on, what is effective altruism? Is that just another scam? Too?
It's a real philosophy. Give as much as you can to do the most good. But Sam used it as a marketing tool. He told investors, I'll get rich, then give it all away. He made greed sound noble, and people wanted to believe.
So he wasn't just selling investments, he was selling a story.
Yes, and it wasn't just individuals. He fooled entire companies, pension funds, schools. In 2022, Ontario Teachers' Pension Plan lost $95 million. That's teachers' retirement money gone in weeks.
That's insane. Teachers who worked their whole lives just lost their future because of one guy?
That's what happens when due diligence goes out the window. When someone seems too smart, too good, too plugged in, big institutions throw caution aside. They don't want to look like the last fool at the party.
Man, I always thought if I just followed the right expert, I'd be fine. Now I'm starting to think the experts are the problem.
Sometimes, yes. There's a difference between expertise and performance. Sam had no background in risk management, accounting, or even running a business, but because he could talk circles around reporters and investors, nobody asked for proof.
But did no one check FTX's books? Like, at all?
Here's the crazy part. Even regulators missed it. FTX was based in the Bahamas, far from Wall Street's eyes. They had barely any oversight. Internal documents were hidden. Audits were a joke. And when people finally demanded answers, it was already collapsing.
So, wait, you're saying there were no rules? Anyone could just make up numbers?
That's what happened. They showed investors fake balance sheets, moved customer money around, and said whatever they needed to keep the party going. When a rival exchange, Binance, sniffed something fishy and pulled out, the house of cards crashed in 2 days.
2 days? That's it?
That's all it took. One tweet from Binance and billions vanished overnight. People tried to withdraw their money, but it was already gone. Mark, the engineer I told you about, he lost every penny, not because he was reckless, but because he trusted a system designed to trick him.
I feel sick. So, basically, if you're not skeptical, you're a target?
That's the truth nobody wants to admit. The more you want to believe someone's a genius, the more vulnerable you are. Confidence tricks work best on people who already think they're smart with money.
That's so messed up. But why does the media go along with it? Shouldn't reporters have caught this?
The media loves a good story. When someone looks the part, says the right things, makes good headlines, they become the story. Sam did interviews in shorts, said he didn't care about money, gave to charity. Journalists repeated the myth. Clicking publish is easier than digging for the truth.
So it's like a feedback loop. Genius gets press. Press convinces more people invest. And nobody questions anything.
Exactly. And when it finally falls apart, everyone acts shocked. But the warning signs were there. In 2019, Sam's hedge fund, Alameda Research, lost tens of millions in a single week. That should have been a red flag. Instead, he doubled down with other people's money.
But how did people not notice? Tens of millions disappearing?
Because he didn't tell them. He kept it hidden, shuffled money between companies, made up new cryptocurrencies out of thin air. If you ask questions, you got vague technical answers nobody understood. Or you got called negative or not visionary.
Man, it's almost like people are afraid to look dumb by asking simple questions.
That's a big part of it. Financial jargon is a weapon. If you can confuse people, you control the narrative. And when your reputation is built on being the next Einstein, nobody wants to say the emperor has no clothes.
But $30 billion? Was it just regular people getting hurt? Or was it all big money?
Both. Hedge funds, pension funds, regular folks. There's Sarah, a nurse in Miami. She put in $12,000, her entire emergency fund. She trusted the platform because it had celebrities and Super Bowl ads. Now, she's driving Uber at night just to pay rent.
That honestly makes me angry. These are real people, not just numbers.
That's what Wall Street counts on you forgetting. Behind every collapsed fund, there are thousands of Sarahs and Marks whose lives are upended. But the people at the top, they walk away with millions. Even after FTX crashed, some insiders got paid out before the public realized what happened.
Are you serious? They bailed out the rich first?
That's how the game works. Insiders get an early warning, pull out their money, and leave everyone else holding the bag. It happened in Enron, Bernie Madoff, and now FTX. The playbook never changes, just the names.
I always hear do your own research, but honestly, how am I supposed to see through that kind of scam?
You start by never assuming anyone is smarter than you when it comes to your money. If something sounds too good, ask for proof. If you don't understand it, walk away. Don't invest because you're afraid to miss out or because the crowd is rushing in.
But what about all the pressure? Like, if everyone's making money and you're not, it feels impossible not to jump on.
That feeling is what scammers rely on. They create urgency, FOMO, the illusion that you'll be left behind. But true wealth isn't built in a frenzy. It's slow, boring, and simple. If everyone is promising easy riches, that's your cue to slow down.
So, is there any way to spot a fake genius before it's too late?
Look at the fundamentals. Where's the money coming from? Who's holding the risk? Can you see the books, real, audited numbers? And most important, does the person profit whether you win or lose? If the answers are vague, run.
All right. Here's the question everyone's thinking. How do I protect myself from the next Sam Bankman-Fried? Because there's always a next one, right?
First, never invest in anything you don't fully understand. That includes crypto, hedge funds, or even fancy ETFs. Second, ignore hype. The more buzz, the more you should worry. Third, keep your money where you can see it. Diversified, boring, insured. And finally, talk to people who challenge your thinking, not just those who agree.
So, basically, fight your own FOMO and don't be afraid to look dumb asking questions?
That's right. Smart people lose money because they want to look smart, not because they're stupid. The bravest thing you can do is slow down, ask dumb questions, and walk away if something feels off.
And if someone calls you negative for not buying in?
Let them. You don't owe anyone an explanation for protecting your future. Trust is earned, not given to the loudest or flashiest person in the room.
Man, I wish someone had said all this to Mark or Sarah before they lost everything.
That's why we talk about it now. The next fake genius is out there, telling the world they've solved money forever. Don't be the last one in or the first one out. Stay skeptical, stay curious, and remember, your money is your responsibility.
Thanks, Grandpa. I'm definitely looking at all those experts a lot differently now.
Good. The moment you stop believing in financial wizards is the moment you start protecting yourself. That's how real wealth is built. One smart, boring, stubborn decision at a time.